He's not going to be looking over his shoulder, worried about making a turnover or missing a shot or not taking a shot. He's just going to go out there and play with confidence.
Go right at him, and Thomas Robinson. They work it around in the corner. Poked away. Here comes Elijah Johnson ahead to Relaford. One big giant step. Mother may I? Yes, you may. 2 straight baskets now by the Tigers. Johnson, a long 3. Wow.
That was deep. That was 5 feet beyond the extended line.
Tien, boy, has he been good in the first 2 games. 13 of 16 from the field. Now Taylor drives the paint. Well, that looked easy for him.
That's what he does so well. 2-3 zone. Going to leave some open shooters.
3-pointer missing, but a good rebound by Young. Young, transfer from Loyola Marymount, where he averaged almost 11 points a game as a sophomore. And Young with a steal.
How about Kevin Young with a little spark off the bench? Hadn't seen a whole lot out of him over the first couple exhibition games, but an immediate impact. Just does a good job of being out in the lane, doing what you're supposed to do, deny the lanes, and is rewarded right there. Should never have thrown that pass, but Kevin Young will take it.
Here comes Tharp. Nothing there on the first break, so now the secondary. Look at the ball movement by KU. And another 3 by Elijah Johnson.
Perfect right there. The ball goes to the middle. Justin Wesley gets it. Quick hit out front. That's how you beat a zone. Get the ball to the middle. Second turnover tonight.
Greg, how about this? KU 10 of 13 so far from the field.
Because they're getting everything at the basket. And open threes.
Tharp counted in 1.
Yeah, that was a bad attempt at trying to take a charge.
Kind of thought he took a giant step forward in the second half of that game the other night.
No, he really did. He took a giant step forward after the Pitt State. And he knows a lot about some of these guys, with Thomas Robinson and Nadir Tharp and Tyshawn Taylor. He talked about all 3 of those kids when he was recruiting the Big East. And watch out.
Robinson playing with 2 fouls. Poked away by Taylor. Here comes Relaford. Look at Robinson around the court.
Second time we've seen him do that.
Good help by Wesley.
Uh-oh.
Poked away. Showtime.
Just a lazy pass that time, and Elijah thought about throwing it back to Thomas Robinson, but off 2 feet right there, just goes up and gently throws it through.
The Jayhawks have 18 points off those 10 turnovers.
Yeah, exactly, Dave. I don't know how you do nitpick a whole lot. They're getting easy looks. They're knocking down open threes, and they're playing good defense.
A wild 3 put up by Walden. Relaford throws it up for Robinson and an assist. I can't pinpoint it any more than that for you. Young. Well, that one got through, and Wesley makes some pen.
Probably going to be some mistakes because they now got to watch something else. Uh-oh. How about the defense by Kevin Young, playing the passing lanes, doing a great job early on here in the first half.
Oh, to be Young again. A half dozen for Kevin Young.
Now the Towson zone, they're starting to figure out the spots, and Coach Scary's understanding what the best type of zone will be. There you go, working the ball around, finding a shooter from the top of the key, flatten the ball out down on the short corner.
So they'll reset it. Good decision.
Good patience right there. The double team came, had nowhere to go.
Go outside. Robinson in double figures.
That's where you can see Thomas Robinson out on the perimeter, taking a dribble and taking a shot, just 1 or 2 passes into the possession. We're down or about tied.
He took one in the chin, gets it back, and if at first you don't succeed. Tien up to Tharp. Quickly centers the ball back to Tien for 3.
There's a great job by Nadir Tharp.
And 3 of 6, but Jayhawks continue to pull away inside. Oh, that was a good look from Johnson. And it gets the Tigers within 29. Certainly KU got off to a quick start in this one. This one's never been in doubt. Taylor pulls up in the short corner. Inside, Withy.
It was a good job by the big fellow running the floor.
Just listening to the coach talk, because he just says words of wisdom all the time. And one of the things he said, very simple. Guys, good passes lead to good shots. Bad passes lead to bad shots. Poked away. Tien and Robinson combine. Oh, what a nice pass again.
And Coach Scary's going to have to get a timeout. He didn't want to. The media timeout was coming up.
KU hasn't had a field goal in about 3.5 minutes. So get one here.
Yeah,
Will they ever?
Good job by Walden that time.
Leading the break. Oh, to Withy with the assist. Walden showing an ability to get by the perimeter defenders. Taylor. Oh, hello.
That was kind of your midnight. Hoyer's gone man to man.
They're doing a great job of getting it inside, don't they?
More than 2 minutes in, and now a turnover. Taylor the other way, lobs it up for Robinson. Tyshawn Taylor guarded by Markel Starks.
Straight man, Jay.
Elijah Johnson went right by Clark and found Robinson.
And it's such a much smaller team without Withy in there.
He's doing a nice job denying the box area.
Good pass in by Tahan, and the 5th dunk of the night.
Taylor. They had numbers. Taylor, though, in the lane. What a shot. The rebounds for Robinson coming at a higher frequency.
5 so far here in the second half.
Steal by Kevin Young. Ran into Noriega. They play on, and it's been a big second half for Tyshawn Taylor.
Who isn't getting the ball enough and knows that he's open every time somebody on the perimeter has it.
On the baseline, the sweet floater there for the Bucks.
He's the guy responsible for that blocking call down there. Did a really good job defensively.
Robinson dribbled down very strongly up the 2. Not to be denied. Taylor back up top. Johnson will fire and got it. Three-pointer.
Than Aaron Kraft. And he doesn't get all those steals. He averages 3 steals a game. He doesn't get them from gambling. He gets them from just being in the right position and having great hands.
Robinson wriggling underneath for 2 and draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Their spacing wasn't particularly good, but they got into a high-low position and even got a decent shot by Withy.
Robinson, nifty spin. Nice pass. Wesley with the dunk. Well, the big fella can give it up, too. His sister Caitlin just signed. She's a point guard. She signed at Ohio State to play for the women's team. Tien up top. Yes, he goes in the 3. Tien up high. Robinson commanding it. Thomas trying to stay with him. Into the lane to hook it up to 2. Boy, he's strong. He is strong.
Kansas has done a nice job taking Buford away.
Young lifts a long one, and he'll knock that one down.
You can have when you've got 2 freebies that don't get any. That's when Kansas, if they get a bucket here, puts a real deficit for the Buckeyes.
And on cue, Johnson does that. Elijah Johnson. Buford wants to shoot it, left it way short. On a run out, here's Young. And he'll stuff it down.
And go in at the half and say, hey, we are really in good shape here. Now we just have to win 20 minutes and we can win this game.
Taylor swooping in, dumps the pass down, great cut there by Young.
Look at something to get William Buford going. His last 2 games, he is now 2 of 14 from the field.
Johnson looked wide open for 3 and he knocks it down.
2 sets of down screens there. He came off ready to shoot, just missed it. He usually doesn't make those.
Oh, that's a pretty shot by Johnson, Elijah Johnson.
Clyde Lavellette and Wilt Chamberlain.
Johnson swings it this time. Relaford's the open man, and he hits a 3. Travis Relaford. Using the screen set by Young. Here's Taylor. With the hook. Yes.
Kansas has challenged everything near the rim, and the Buckeyes haven't been able to finish.
The swing up top. Johnson's been hot. Buford just 2 for 10 from the field today.
Robinson trying to take advantage of the freshman Amir Williams inside and out on the perimeter by slipping that ball screen.
Young, great dish underneath. Robinson with another stop. Buckeyes right there in a hostile environment without their best player. Young lines up a 3-ball and got it. Draft trying to wriggle in. Now the dish out for Buford fires. Rebound tipped by Robinson. He'll control it. Williams on the other end, very slow to get back into the play. And against those short numbers, Taylor lays it in.
That spin move is so difficult, but he knew right where the bucket was.
He has 18 points. Hard drive Johnson. Airborne. Difficult angle. Tipped up and in by Young. Relaford to drive into the paint. Swooping in for 2.
Look to Robinson here. He's guarded by a freshman.
Robinson trying to drive into that lane. Swoops it up for 2.
This crowd on its hands a little bit here. And his own defense. Missouri employing, trying to keep that ball out of the paint.
Even I could.
You can figure that one out.
Yeah, I got that. I'm with the concept. Here's Tyshawn Taylor. Jeff Withey injured at the 17-minute mark in the locker room. The 7-footer for KU with a turned ankle. From the corner. On the floor, here's Tyshawn Taylor. No. Follow. Good. Relaford right there. And Missouri is 3-0. That one blocked. That's blocked by Kevin Young. Screen set by Young. Beautiful. Wow, Relaford picked him up.
Marquette got a big win last night against West Virginia.
In your mind, is this a game for number 1 seed?
Not this game itself, but it will have impact on who ends up being your other 2 number 1 seeds. I know they've still got some games left before the Big Ten championship is decided. They see Ohio State next week, but if I had to pick a team today, I might tip my hat towards the Spartans. When they get out of it, it's because they continue to work and they break out of it in a big way. He's made his first 2 triples here today.
Pull-up jumper, Taylor. Tyshawn Taylor ties it up. And the leader of the 1988 championship team, coached by Larry Brown, who was also here. Floater, Johnson. KU's lead. About as quick, Clark, getting up and down the floor as anybody.
Oh, man, they don't hesitate, boy.
Bill Self after the practice yesterday. Here's a jumper. That ties it. Brother. And the son, of course, he is Paul Matthew Pressey Jr., his dad, on the staff of Cleveland, with his first basket in the ballgame.
I think he's had 5 games where he's had double-digit assists this season.
Taylor.
Stay focused and disciplined, but it's hard against a high-octane team like Missouri.
Johnson at the other end. Johnson, T-hand. This is Taylor. Tries to drive by, does. Johnson's spot up 3. And a foul is called. Dixon has 16. And again, he plays off the bench. Now he's had substantial minutes today because from the corner team, that's for 3. Mizzou has not won here in the last 12 trips. Kevin Young slams it on. Team foul, the foul on Moore of Missouri. Kansas with no fouls in this half. T-hand would tie them with Kansas, and they would have the tiebreaker edge if the 2 teams remain tied at the end of regular season play. Robinson. Pressing with 8 points and 10 assists. Taylor, nice. What a strong move.
Really rein himself in to not come up with that 5th foul. He can't look to go for steals at all. Just be solid defensively.
What a pass from Elijah Johnson.
Will drive you. Tyshawn Taylor.
T-hand inside. Robinson off the glass.
Ratliff has the 4 fouls, Vern. Not opposed to a good look at the 3 if you get one, and that's what they're trying to do.
There's the dish. Robinson. Oh, he went down hard.
And he's fouled.
He is perfect at the line today. And appears to be just fine.
That's beautifully executed, partner. A little dribble weave action. If the three availed itself, they might have looked at it, but I think they were trying to get that ball inside.
In a tie game, it's Pressey guarded by Johnson. Takes it all the way. Block. Tip. Overtime. How fitting in the 267th game between these two old rivals. Robinson, Mr. Robinson, of course. Defensively, Missouri has Pressey, English, Dixon, Denman, and Ratliff.
And Ratliff playing with the 4 fouls.
For 3. The first lead for KU. Robinson, yes! And that is his 11th rebound. Taylor, quick. Floater got 2 more.
Now Kansas, similar situation to prior to the end of regulation. You go inside fairly quickly if you can.
Well, you mean like that.
Robinson out at the perimeter, puts the Jayhawks on the board. Here come the Jayhawks. Robinson, catch it right baseline, gives it off to Withy, and that is a wonderful read. Johnson, wide open 3, beautiful look for the young man from Cheyenne High School. Tyshawn Taylor with that floater, and he has really developed that shot.
Not somewhere where they couldn't see him.
Over the top, Robinson. And it's a great move by Relaford to stay away from it. Gotta be ready, jumper open. Not there, and Robinson gets it away from Chapman, and here comes Taylor in a hurry. Pull up, there it is, that floater again in the lane.
Boy, he is really, really good with that shot.
Have been unable to convert off those turnovers. Only had 5 off the first 8. Let's see what they do with this set. Taylor's floater, yes, oh, that's his best shot. Robinson, they've kept him under wraps today, but he backs in, not this time again, but back to Taylor. Tyshawn to get it across now, and Relaford's got an open look. He nails it.
Now this is where Kansas just does not want Texas to get another possession.
They're going to get one, though, even after the Robinson flush. 29 seconds to go.
At the other end, that miss by Robinson on the last possession. Texas is off to a really good start, Brent, like they were in the first half.
They're going to miss one minute down low, and Robinson cut off inside. Easy shot, easy score. Chapman is laboring with the injured ankle. Robinson rebounds. And Taylor quickly comes down. There's that floater again up over Jacobin. Can't stop it. It's been a beautiful weapon all night. Johnson shifts back. T-hand open look. 3. Yes. For the senior.
Let's just say it was a tie.
Floater Taylor not there. Robinson finally finishes in underneath. Chapman's going to try it again. Out on the floor. Getting back down defensively against Withy. Handoff, Robinson, and 1. Foul by Holmes. Finish that one. Can't miss that bunny. And now Robinson puts it on the deck. Comes back, pull up, beautiful rhythm shot. Big mistake by the freshman at the other end. Owens won't give it to him. So now it'll be Robinson spinning in the lane, coming back left hand, and 1. Saved by T-hand. Pull up. Johnson brings another one.
Unbelievable the way they went and flipped and balanced. And
you know, those girls are very upset. You gave all that credit to Oklahoma State the other night. Robinson
remember, we said everywhere.
Johnson alone, open look. Yes, drains another three. Elijah Johnson. Jacobin carrying the load. Misses this three. Robinson's hands, and here comes Taylor. Last night, lob, and Relaford finishes.
It's his team in the locker room. We had a great effort. Now we work our way into the NCAA tournament with our play in the conference tournament.
It's a 14-point advantage on that Taylor jumper.
They're going to keep Marchuch out there because of the difficulty he gives both Withy and Robinson around the basket. Relaford, first field goal for the Jayhawks. And have done a good job to this point on Robinson. Taylor spinning his way and scores. Kansas got off to a slow start the other day against Detroit, and sometimes they can get a little out of whack. Johnson. Relaford, very active. The way he's come back and played so well this season. Dear Tharp has come on for Tyshawn Taylor. That is Tharp. Tharp hit a three a moment ago. Robinson pulls it down and he scores. Extends to a 7-point lead. Johnson, yes. That's a three-pointer for Elijah Johnson. That's his first field goal. Not able to take advantage of the 1-and-1. T-Hand with room for three. Yes, that's his second from downtown. Out of 3, 2. And here's Taylor ahead of the field. 8-point lead for Purdue. The double on Robinson finds Withy, and he scores. That's the best possession they've had the entire game. Elijah Johnson. Yes. That's a big shot. Not able to finish. There's Elijah Johnson going all the way. Yes, and it counts. Purdue lead. Robinson goes at Hummel and puts it home. Goes Glass. What a move from Robinson for a big guy. That is an amazing move. Relaford. Yes. It's a 1-point game. Kansas back in possession. Elijah Johnson for three. Jayhawks and Kansas shot clock to 2. Here's third. Relaford had it knocked away, but it's picked up. Oh, what a play! Elijah Johnson to Tyshawn Taylor to cut it to 1. Oh, explosive this time. Johnson, perfect pass to Taylor. The Jayhawks within 1. We are set up for an unbelievable finish. Down to 5. Batted away, stolen by Elijah Johnson. Johnson to the rim. Kansas by 1. The set they wanted never materialized, and Jackson over-dribbled looking for something. He really had nowhere to go. Down to 10. Hummel looking for the shot. Robinson is on it. Final seconds. Could do it. Facing Kentucky late first half over on CBS and trailing by 3. Nice move by Robinson. Light pressure shown by Kansas. No problem for North Carolina State. Three-pointer was off the mark by C.J. Williams, and here comes Taylor. Taylor splits through. Rebound is by Young, and he backs it in. A junior out of San Diego. T-Hand. Withy able to get to it. T-Hand. Young. With Robinson on the bench, Kansas has gone to a smaller lineup. Howell just too big and strong for Kansas. And Withy able to use the height advantage. Nice pass down low. And then it's just a matter of catching and turning and laying it in.
Robinson trying to get a piece of it. That counts in the foul. Just under 8 minutes remaining, first half. Oh, the steal by Robinson. Williams is back. Robinson all the way.
Talent has really taken over. Gottfried's done a great job of putting people in position to succeed.
Connor coming up short on a three, and it's taken away. Good follow by Connor, and that counts, plus the foul.
We've seen a lot of this tonight for Kansas. Loose balls, guys just getting a hand on it. The 50-50 balls. In the other direction, Kansas 0 for 6 from the three-point line. This game really being played in the paint.
As we see right here with Robinson getting the roll.
Foul-wise, Robinson and Withy 1 foul each. The front line for NC State in some trouble.
Withy could not hit, but Robinson is right there. They double up on Robinson. He gets it to Withy. Brown nearly picked it off. Teahan back for Robinson. Connor Teahan has played very well. Here's Brown, pass behind him, could not handle. Back comes Taylor, puts it up for Taylor. See how he is affected by Withy. And then Harris cannot hit. Rutherford with the spin. Oh, what a move. Taylor wide open.
From the Kansas faithful.
Barnes had it knocked away. Here comes Withy.
Just huge. He's got a gorgeous shooting stroke. Playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Robinson with a spin. Robinson off the deflection is able to get to it and put it in.
He can rebound. He blocks shots. He can make shots from the perimeter as well.
Beautiful pass, Elijah Johnson. Kansas' father, Roddy, was a star player at Old Dominion. He's actually a second cousin of Bob McAdoo. Taylor gets inside. Boy, this is fast and furious. Taylor kicks it out. Rutherford for 3. Yes. He's been an important player at both ends.
Can shoot the ball, but he has not shot it particularly well. Robinson gets away with a walk there. Normally, I think that would favor Carolina, but without Marshall, I think it's better for Kansas because they have better guard play and more ways to score. Watts is having an out-of-body experience here. I mean, he came in averaging basically 1 point per game as Robinson gets right to the rim.
Henson with room. Elijah Johnson able to get to it. Here comes Taylor. Pulls it up. Yes.
Carolina got into a groove because they were able to handle the ball against that pressure. Now Kansas backs off. They're forcing Carolina to run their offense.
Taylor again. 8 for Zeller, and North Carolina up by 1. It's the Midwest Regional Final here on CBS. Taylor, it counts, and the foul. Down to 3. Down to 2. He lost it. Here comes Elijah Johnson all the way and scores.
And Relaford, if he stays in front of him like he did there, he can force some difficult shots.
Taylor, by the reverse, blocked by Hanson. Here's Withy. Yes, and it counts. Kansas picking it up here at the start of the second half. Taylor with a nice move off the dribble. And won the national championship with the Jayhawks back in 1988.
So who's he cheering for?
He would not say. Withy. Withy gets inside.
For anybody on Kansas, but for Young, the size with Henson is too much.
Oh, nice backdoor. Rutherford scores. Beautiful pass. Taylor for 3. And again, Young is on the board. There's Taylor. And gets the roll.
Tyshawn Taylor, 8 for 15, really coming out of his slump, despite the fact that he's not hitting the 3 ball.
Henson had it knocked away. Taylor chased by Henson.
Both teams doubling the post. Or poor 3-point shooting from both teams. Very little concern for that outside look.
but Johnson will come up on 2 minutes to play. Here is Hanson, rejected by Whiffy. Taylor, chased by White. Taylor scores and the foul.
Down low they go to Robinson.
No double team on that particular catch.
Thomas trying to defend him, and the jumper perfect for Robinson to open it. Here he is. Had a big game against Ohio State in December. Down low, 2 points. Elijah Johnson.
That to be determined, and this guy can get to the rim, but he overshoots it. Tyshawn Taylor.
Whiffy with the steal and the jam.
You know, Ohio State has been the much more impressive team in the tournament offensively, and I think you see that rhythm and that pace that they've been playing with. Kansas, other than the Carolina game, has really struggled to score the ball.
That one circles the rim and drops for Relaford.
To dominate that conference, just an amazing run for Bill Self.
Buford, meanwhile, the 4th all-time scorer in Buckeye history, hits a 3. Relaford on the drive and cuts it back down to 5 after the first foul on Thomas. T-hand blocked by Thompson. Taylor will drive it in and gets the 2-point shot. Thought about the 3. So Thompson takes his spot on the floor. Here is Taylor. That was a tough shot.
You see the shooting percentage for Kansas in the first half. Again, North Carolina, the exception to dismal first half field goal shooting.
Got it in over the top, and Robinson's back on the board. Now with 10 seconds to go in the half. Kraft taking on Taylor, driving in, and caught underneath. Midcourt with 2 seconds. Taylor inside, Relaford in time. What a boost going to the locker room.
Great defense there, maintaining his ground. And then let's watch this. Does he get it off in time? Relaford really extending. And that is close, but it looks like it counts.
Yeah, maybe a 10th, maybe 2/10. And they pull it off, yes.
That was an excellent block, as you said, Steve, by Whiffy. Thad might have thought Kraft had gotten fouled, but off that replay, it was a clearly a good block, and just by a whisker and a big basket.
Just to get some easy baskets so that they can get that loose play that he's talking about.
Well, there's an easy basket. Taylor feeds it inside. Now in the arms of Thomas. Sullinger backing him in, and what a block by Whiffy. His best play of the night. His second block, and here comes Johnson driving in for 2.
Well, the Jayhawks starting to come alive in the areas that Bill Self talked about at halftime. Getting the 50-50 balls.
Relaford slashing to the basket.
Ohio State really misses the presence of Deshaun Thomas as a guy who's a perimeter shooter. Ravenel is a role player.
And Robinson makes it a 3-point game.
Plays to keep Ohio State above water.
So it gives them a shot blocking presence to help out Sullinger defending Robinson.
That is Elijah Johnson. Sullinger, that's a 2, way off. Now 0 for 6 in the half. Johnson driving in on Kraft, and he got it to go. Young back on the floor for the Jayhawks. Again, T-hand out there with Johnson down. Oh! And Whiffy stays with it.
Thus far, they're trying to go to him now. No double team.
With a double team here. And Robinson steps over to hit the open jump shot.
He was terrific. He was amazing. Just took over that game offensively.
That is T-hand. Connor T-hand, either team. Relaford down the floor, goes baseline and lays it in, down to 1. Lead is back to 6. And Robinson showing his stuff. Bounce pass to Sullinger. What a block by Young. Kansas comes racing out with it. Johnson behind the back and hits the shot. Down to 2.
Got to get the ball inside to Robinson. Get the ball swung. Get it moving.
Taylor waits, and he is able. Kraft, Buford, blocked by Withy. Johnson, no one cuts it off. Banks it in.
Well, here we go, guys. It's all coming down to this.
Kraft. They're going to say he left too soon. A lane violation on the shooter. Boy, he fired it up and took off.
Yeah.
Here's the inbounds pass. Kansas uncontested. They pull off the comeback, and the Jayhawks are moving on to Monday night. Sullinger in shock at midcourt.
I don't even think Ohio State was ready for the inbound.
They were in disarray. They were all arguing with the official. Kraft was staring at the official just like he is there. Take a look at the free throw again. He throws it up there and clearly crosses the line. I think it's a good call from the official. And then in the ensuing chaos, Kansas just inbounded around the clock out.
Yeah, Ohio State wasn't ready for the ball to be inbounded.
They were not.
And they just had the inbound. No one near him. No foul. Game over.
How about the resilience of this Kansas squad? They looked dead in the water in the first half. Down 13, but they came back with their defense.
Kansas and Kentucky met back on November 15th at Madison Square Garden. Game 2 of the year for each team. And now they'll meet in the final game of the season. Kentucky and Kansas will collide Monday night for the national championship.